Hey everybody, Patty Ann here. Look it, I'm ready to open my new silhouette. I got the silhouette 4 today. It just came, was just delivered, and I'm so excited to open it up. But I thought I'd do a live for you so you could see it. So I'm going to wait a few minutes for a few people to get here, and then I'll get started with the unboxing of my brand new silhouette. So excited. Okay, let me just do one thing here, get connected up on YouTube with my own computer, and I'll be right there. Okay, so I'm live now. Let me turn it down. Okay. Alrighty, hey Tammy, I see you, and Carmen and Chow. Hey you guys, I'm ready to unbox my new Cameo. I got it today. I'm really excited. I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm pretty excited too. So I'll bring you over here so you can see the box. I honestly haven't opened it at all yet. So I'm going to get started right now. So let me switch to that camera. And I probably need to put a little bit more light on. So let me turn this light on and see if that makes it better for you. Yeah, that will. All right, so here it is. Cameo 4. So, whoops, sorry, probably got that wiggling a lot. Move it over this way a little bit. Okay, so I'm just going to start opening it and see what's inside of here. Hi, Creative Living. Here we go, opening up the box. And on the top of the box, it shows a bunch of things that we can do. And I'm not sure if you can see that or not. It's probably too high up for you. But anyway, there's a lot of pictures up here of projects that we could make, I guess. So when you first open it up, the very first thing on top I'm noticing is this paper right here, and it gives you the directions in several different languages, and it's the setup address that you go to online so that they can walk you through the setup. Okay, so there's that information, and I'll show you in a minute, or in a little bit, I'll show you on my screen what this looks like when you go to this address right here. All right, let's see what's next in here. I need to move this up just a tiny bit. See if that makes it a little better for you. Tighten this up so it doesn't wiggle too much. Okay, so let's see what's in here first. Well, first of all, there's a mat, and it's a brand new mat, so it's probably a little bit sticky. So if your mat ever comes and you feel like it's too sticky, all you have to do is kind of just hit it on your blue jeans or something like that, or a t-shirt. Like if this is the sticky side and this is your t-shirt, just put it down on that and it'll pick up just a teeny weeny little bit of that lint, but it'll make it so it's not obnoxiously sticky. That's my new mat. And this must just be the cords. Let's see. I'm not good at opening things neatly. I don't know about you guys, but when I opened Christmas presents when I was little, we ripped into those things so fast. Alright, so this is just the power cord. Let's see what you're seeing. Yep, you can see perfectly. This is the power cord, and then this is how I connect it to my computer. If I don't want to use Wi-Fi, here's the cord for that. So I can just go ahead and connect it right to my computer. And then these are all the adapters that you get. Now I want you to notice something about these adapters. Each one of them has this little metal thing on the back, and that's what lets your machine know exactly which blade you have in. This one happens to be the auto blade. Yep, there it is. And then there are these other ones too, the pen adapters, which I love to use. I use those on my Cameo 3 and they work perfectly. I haven't found a pen or a pencil yet that I can't use in my Cameo by using the adapter sets. Okay, that's that. Not sure what this is. Maybe it's just my warranty. You know, it tells me how to register my Cameo. And don't know. safety precautions. Okay, and then this last one, I don't know, just Federal Communications Commission radio frequency interference statement. Okay, I'll read that fine print. Yeah, right. All right, so let's put these things back in here. And I'm just wondering if I'm going to be able to get this thing out by myself up this high. There's that. Okay, I'm thinking maybe not. I'm going to put it down on the floor and I'll be right back up with it. Okay, here we go. All right now, so just take these foam things off. Save them in the box. And this one. So I have Cameo 3. I've obviously never had a Cameo 4 before. And I never had the vinyl roller. So I have no idea how that works yet. A lot of protective materials around it, which is good. And it looks like they put a lot of tape on it to protect it. Let's see, let me move you down just a little bit now. Okay, so I'll just take off some of these tapes. Would that mat be stickier than the Cricut mats? I'm not really sure if it's stickier than the Cricut mats. Okay, there's a lot of tape to take off. And I can tell you right now I'm going to decorate this with some vinyl, make it look pretty. Do you know how easy it would be to do this? Just put a piece of paper over top of this and kind of trace around where this is. And take a photograph of it and bring it into silhouette and know exactly how big it is. And then I can just make one easily. Chow, did you get the little set from that man and his kids who make the adapters? That's where I got mine a long time ago for my Cricut. If you're talking to for the maker, okay, let's see, there's a lot more tape here I need to get off. And I have no idea. Oh, I see, that's how you open it. So this is different. Just opens like this and this gets shoved back in here. Then there's a lot more tape in here. On eBay. Oh, okay. I wonder if it was the same man. Did it come like in a little cardboard box that they kind of made themselves? Yeah, I don't know what that is. You know, I didn't go to any of those special Cricut things they had, so I don't know what. Oh, this just looks like it's some protection also. I didn't see them, not Cricut, I mean Silhouette, Cameo. So I didn't see the setup that they did. So here's another little piece. There must be a lot of them in here that I need to get out. And that was protection to keep it when it was shipping from moving around too much. I like what they did. They folded the tape under so the very end of the tape isn't stuck. So it's easy to grab. Okay, this is pretty exciting, you guys. Uh-oh, there's another little piece I had to get out. Look at that. Does this move? Yes. Oh, look, and I moved that. There's another piece. And another piece of tape. Not sure if that's all of it yet. Okay, let's see. There's a little, oh, I don't know how to work this yet, you guys. This is the thing that holds the whole roll. So if you want to do a whole roll, something really, really long, like up till 10 feet long, you know, say you want to do a great big wall piece, you can just put the whole roll on here and feed it through. But I don't know how to do that yet, so I'm not going to play with it yet. I'm going to have to research it and play around with that. I thought this opened, and if it does, I don't know how it does. And it may not, I don't know. Anyway, maybe somebody else knows. But I don't know how to use any of those things. There's how you close it. And again, I'm going to put some pretty stuff on these. And this looks like it works pretty much the same way. Hey, I should plug it in because I want to see what this part looks like here. So, let me see if I can find a plug that I can use. Hang on. Let's see, I can use this. I have a lot of wires around here, you guys, because of all the stuff I run. Now I can plug this in so it'll plug into my computer if I want it to. I'm going to have to go back here and find the cord that I can use. Here we go. From my other Cameo. There we go. Plug this in. Let's see what happens. Let's see what it looks like. All right, here goes nothing. I'm going to turn it on. Let me move you this way a little bit. Okay, that looks different. And I've heard that these things are easier to use. You can just move it with one hand, I've heard. So if you're using a narrower piece of vinyl without any mat under it, you can move this over so it'll hold it into place. You can also cut cardstock now without a mat because it just leaves little notches every once in a while that hold the pieces into place until you're ready to just pop them out. Okay, let's see. You can tell your brother to buy you one? You must have a nice brother. All right, let's see. I don't know. This must be to load. Yep, okay. Well, let me get my mat out just for the fun of it and just put this mat in there once. Oh wait, here's my ancient mat. It's already out. I'll just put this mat in just to see how it goes. So I just line it up right like that. And it thinks it's already in there, so I need to release. Okay, there we go. And I would just go like this. And it gets sucked right in there nicely. And if I want to move where it's positioned, I guess just like before. I was thinking we use these. Yep, we do. Oh yeah, I couldn't go any further up because it was already. So I can move its position on the mat. If you hold it down for a long time, it goes quickly. Whoops, until you go too far. And then it says stop. Wow, did you see how fast that spit out of there? Okay, I'm going to look around the back now and see if there's anything back there that happened to have been in my way. Oh, there is something back here. Guess what? More tape. That's why it did that. I had more tape that I didn't take off. Holy moly. Curly. All right, let me see now if it'll go all the way through. I don't know if I got the last of the tape yet or not. Let's try this again. So what I was doing was making it go like this. Okay, now it's working. So what it was there was a piece of tape that was holding it shut back there, not allowing my mat to go the whole way through. So watch how fast, hey Tammy, you have a Cameo 3, watch how fast this thing comes out of here. Whoa. Anyway. All right, so now I'm just gonna bring you over here to my computer screen for a minute and turn this off. Whoops, I just turned it back on when I was pushing it. And let me get this, what was I going to show you? Oh yes, okay. So when you go to the to register it, it just looks like this. You put in your email address and your name and address and all of that stuff, and then you just submit the registration. So this was just, you know, the registration that they told me to go to the website, and I already knew about it, to get registered with this one. And let's see what else I want to show you. This I think is a pretty good price for it right here at Heat Press Nation, and I'll have a link for it down below. Actually, they have some pretty nice videos too. This man shows himself unboxing his, and then this is the $2.99 one, and it comes in the different colors, white, pink, and black. Let's see. Oh, and this is if you want to get a press to go with it. You know, that's up to you. But they do have other versions. Let's see if I can go back to their beginning. And Cameo 4. So then they show the different versions that they have here. Like the 329 version has like HTV that you get with it, and a bunch of little booklets. I'll show you in case you're interested. See if I can get a bigger picture. There you go. So this man here has some videos that go with it, and then there are some books that go with it by probably this same fellow here. I really like his videos. They're really easy to understand, and I think you would like them as well. And then you get the free month of the Silhouette Design Store, which is a lot like Cricut Design Store or Cricut Access. Beginner's Video Library, and that's through this fellow right here, and as I said, they're really good. And what else? He's got 100 free downloads that you get, and Heat Press Nation, oh, they have a creator's guide. It's like a magazine that you would get for free as well if you went and got this bigger version. But I just bought the one that was $2.99 because I already have vinyl. I kind of wish I had bought this though, just so I could have seen everything that he was teaching in these guides, because I really think he does a thorough job. I'll just let you see a tiny little snippet of this. You won't be able to hear it probably, but no, you won't be able to hear it at all. But it's pretty nice. These are some of the things that you get. You'll get the Cricut, the vinyl, I mean, I keep calling it Cricut. Get the Caesar vinyl and that kind of thing. There you go. A starter package for the heat transfer. The Caesar color and product brochure, I like having that on hand myself because it tells you for heat, for pressing things, how much it is. And then that's a magazine that they have. And the quick reference guide, and it looks like a large squeegee. And then you get all of these booklets that go with it. And this guy, he's the one, like I said, I liked him. He's pretty thorough, Jared, and easy to understand. So that's it for my unboxing. Does it come with business software? No, it probably, you know what? Oh wait, if you have a Cricut machine, you will need business. But if you got this and we're just using Silhouette, you don't have to have the business edition. But no, you'd have to pay for an upgrade to the business edition. Although if you already have business edition, you can have that on several, you know, it works on your computer for several machines. Yeah, that really was a lot of tape. So let's see, go back and see, how do I do this now? Let's see. Trying to figure out, okay, there we go. I was going to go back and just look at his other video that he had. I think I saw another one right back at the very beginning. Here. If you have any questions. I'm pretty excited about it. I don't remember if it was here. This may have been the one we just saw. Oh, he's going to do his unboxing here, and he'll have all the tape too. And he talks about how you need the newer version of it. He's going to, oh, see, if I had watched this video, I would have seen that piece in the back. But he walks you through step by step on getting it started as well. And it's not just a silent movie. You can't hear it because of the way this is configured for this live. So let's see if there's anything else I wanted to show you. Let's see. No. Other than I like this site because I like the perks that they give you for purchasing. So let me get back out of that. Let's go back here and just see if you guys had any questions. Those are just a bunch of Silhouette pens behind me on my screen, as you guys know. But if anybody has any questions, let me know, and I'll peek it back at the chat here and see. I'm excited to get started. I want to cut my first project using my auto blade and see how well it works. Yeah. Let's see. I have so many pens. Yeah, if you have the adapter, Donna, you can use any pen. I mean, any pen I find, I can use in there. Even pencils. I mean, just any pen that you find. I really like using these jelly rolls. These. And it's white, and it really makes a nice writing on like dark cards. But any pen, big fat markers, little markers. I bet crayons would even work. Colored pencils. So, see if there's anything else. Any tips on, I just got a Cameo 3 on Monday. I'm totally lost. Oh, we can help you, Sharon. Oh, I know it's easy to waste, but don't forget to use the test function first before you go ahead and cut a big sheet. It's a really nice function that we have in Silhouette that just allows it cuts a little triangle inside of a little square, and you stop your machine, you pause it. It'll stop for you actually on its own if you're doing the test, and you just weed it out, and if it weeds perfectly, continue on. If it doesn't, then you need to adjust your settings. No, I haven't heard that. I've heard this is it for a while. I don't think that they're coming out with another one next year. Oh, unless you're talking about the larger format ones. So this is the 12-inch one. What is there, like a 15 and a 20, I think that they'll be coming out with next year. But it'll still be a Cameo 4. Hey, Rebecca. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Tammy. Y'all sign up for my free classes if you have a Cameo or if you're using the Silhouette software. I have 5 free classes, and then they start you from the very beginning learning the tools, and then it takes you through, I think the last class is on tracing, which is everybody's favorite because that's how we make our own SVGs. But I go through a lot of the other things too. And then if you really love it and you love taking classes like I do, hey, join us over on Patreon. It's $10 a month, and you get a live class every Saturday with probably a bunch of people that are here right now watching this live. We have a lot of fun, and we learn a lot. So this guy's showing some more things. What was he showing while I'm talking? Let's see, what a great feature. Yes, thanks, Carmen. I have fun too. It's really a blast. We all learn together and just get better. We master our machines. Yes, right here what he was showing how to do was put the weeding box around it, which helps to save vinyl also. It's a lot easier to weed things if you put a weeding box around your stuff first. No, you don't have to get the Cameo if you don't want to, Jules. You can use the software, Silhouette software, for your Cricut machine. I really like using my Cameo a lot because I did get tired of switching my stuff from Silhouette software to Cricut, or changing it up however I needed to. So I oftentimes just use my Cameo, but it works well. Almost everything works just as well for Cricut. There are a few things that you won't be able to do with your Cricut machine, but most of it you can use the software into it. You can get a Cameo 3 now. Let me show you this though, you guys. Where's that website where I was? Let's see. Oh, I'm still here. Let me escape this. And let's see, if I type in up here, I actually think it showed up in the very beginning, but if I type in, if I can get my head around all this stuff, Cameo 3. Okay, that's not a 3. There we go. So the Cameo 3s are only $199.99 now. And I love my Cameo 3. Tammy loves her Cameo 3. I bet, you know, most people do. They love the Cameo 3s. So, you know, you can get the Cameo 3 and it's just as easy to use. But I'm waiting to see how the Cameo 4 goes. I don't care about speed. The Cameo 4 is supposed to be so much faster. I might like to see what else it can cut and how it compares to a maker, but I don't have a maker. But I'll just, you know, like to see that. And also, a lot of the reasons why I got it, to be quite honest with you guys, is if you have it, I want to be able to help you with it if you have any issues. And I want to be able to do tutorials with it for you guys if you want to learn how to use it. So if I don't have it, I can't help, and I can't, you know, learn along with you or teach you. So that's why I got it. Is that Canadian? Is that what that means, CDN? I'm sorry. Let's see, the upgrades. I'm trying to see if they have them listed here. Of course, it's Bluetooth. Oh wait, I'm in the 3. Let me go to the Cameo 4 and see if it tells if there's a different list. Okay. I wonder if I type in let me move some more stuff so I can type in a little bit better. Cameo 4 upgrades or something. Okay, it's not telling me there. So I'll just go to Cameo 4. Oops, I meant to have that. Okay. So let's just go to the regular, the very slimmed down version. Okay, here we go. So it has the built-in roll feeder, whereas before you had to go ahead and buy a roll feeder that you would attach to your Cameo. And that, like I said, allows you to put a whole roll of vinyl on. If you want to cut a whole bunch of shirts for some, you know, if you're doing it for sales, you can do a whole bunch of them at one time. You don't have to keep stopping and starting. Just have a little space in between and keep going. If you want to do some bigger wall design or something, you can do up to 10 feet of a thing. Okay, there's a built-in cross cutter, and that's in the back. I'm pretty sure. I haven't used that yet. A backlit touch panel, so we saw what the touch panel looked like here when I started it. Stronger and faster, it cuts twice as fast and with 20 times more force than the Cameo 3, and actually the maximum cutting force is 5,000 grams, which from what I hear, that's higher than the maker. I don't know, as I said, I don't have a maker, so I'm not sure. Aw. Yeah, oh, I understand. Okay, let's see what else. You got high material clearance, so the bar must have been raised so that thicker materials will fit in there. Bluetooth, hey, they all have Bluetooth, right? Silhouette Studio free, and that's the basic edition. No need for additional software. As far as I know, that's just the basic edition. I'm almost 100% positive. Computer capability, it's obviously compatible with both Windows and Mac. Let's see, you get 100 cuttable designs, all the chords, Auto blade, cutting blade is the one you have, and that's the one I've pretty much used all along, and so has Tammy, although lately I've been using the other one that's called the ratchet blade, just so I could use it and get used to it in case people were asking about it and needed help. Instruction manual, 1 month free to the club silhouette, and you get so many images that you can choose to download for free. Make sure you do it, because when I got my Cameo 3, I was kind of lax and thinking, oh, I don't know, I can do that later. Well, you get it for a month. If you don't use it in that month's time, it's gone. So make sure you do use it. Let's see, 12-inch cutting mat. It does have a large cutting mat that you can purchase, just like the Cricut. $25 in downloads from the design store, and you'll get that sent that, and yippee, I'll have 25 more bucks to spend. Yay! 4 tool adapters. Allows for use of all the Cameo 3 2-in-1 tools. Oh, that's wonderful. And I know that the quill, I've heard that the quill pen, the foil quill, fits in this one also. You just use, if you're using a Cameo 3, I think you use the A adapter, and if you're using the Cameo 4, you use the C adapter maybe. I will have to double check on that, but I think that's what it is. And the ratchet adjustment tool, which we got with the Cameo 3, but I've never had to use it for any reason. Rollback lid, 3 times faster. The blade sensor, and that was those little things that I showed you, that little piece of metal that was behind each one of the holders, and that allows the machine to know exactly what blade you have in there. Smart tangent mode allows for tools that swivel, such as a rotary blade, which will be coming out shortly, and that's going to lift and swirl properly. Let's see. Pinch roller. Okay, I was trying to show you before the improved and easier pinch roller. That was the little thing I was showing you on the right hand side of the machine, and I said it's supposed to be easier and you're supposed to be able to do it with one hand, but I haven't looked it over yet since I just took all that tape off, so I'm not sure how to do it with my one hand right here live. Rotary blade support, auto blade, improved auto blade, punching tool support. Oh yeah, that's the thing that's going to punch little holes in every little piece that you need to weed out. So if you make a big design, and you know how sometimes you're not sure what you want to weed, I believe it's going to put a little hole, a little poke hole in each piece you need to weed out. So that'll let you know visually what you need to poke or weed out, and maybe that'll help you also with the weeding tool. That's my guess. Okay, there's all, you know, obviously in cut fonts already installed on your computer. The matless cutting mode, again, you don't need to have a mat to cut, either for your vinyl, especially for your vinyl stuff that has a backing. You don't ever need to use a mat. You will need to change and tell the machine you're not using a mat, but you can cut without a mat. And now both with vinyl and with cardstock. No, it does not work on an iPad at all. Not well at all. And the reason why is this is a big program that you're downloading onto your machine, and that's it, because it can do so much. There's no way that our iPads could do it. It's like, for example, you really couldn't put a full-blown version of Photoshop on your iPad because it's just a big, hardy software, and it just couldn't do it. Yeah, I think that would be handy, weeding a mandala. That's my thought. I haven't tried it yet, but I think so also. Yeah. Oh, you want to get the big one. I heard it's not going to be until next, maybe February or maybe March. The bigger ones. The hubby doesn't know it yet, huh? Yeah, the software is just fabulous. It's so much easier to use. And as I've told people before, I've taught classes on Inkscape, and Inkscape's a good program, but it's so much more difficult that I quit using it. This software was developed for cutting machines, so it's a lot more intuitive and easier to use. I think. Let's see, was there anything else here? Mat list, choose new designs. Thousands of designs without having to buy a cartridge. Yeah, well, you don't have to do that anymore with Cricut either. I guess you used to have to buy cartridges. And obviously use it with your home printer to make really nice print thin cuts. And there's the specifications for it. So it says, oh, they're just telling you what you can do with it. And I do like that we can design in rhinestones for it, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I heard January originally, but then I thought I heard recently that they pushed it back further. But I don't know for sure. I can try to research it for you. I'll check out here in the Heat Press Nation. I can probably get some information from them because they probably have some inside information about when it will be available. So if I can find that out for you, I'll let you know. Just looking at the reviews. I get a lot of good reviews here. All right. So anyway, I was wishing this video, I'm gonna look at it right quick one more time here, real fast through here. I wanted to see if he was gonna show, and I doubt it, using the roller. I wanted to see that. I probably have to watch a different video for that. Scrolling through. Nope. Darn. Okay. Well, I guess that's about it, unless any of you have any questions. Remember, below this video will be the link to this place if you want to come here and see what they're offering. Again, I like, you know, the machine price. The basic machine price is good here. If you want to go up a notch, you know, they have the vinyl that goes with it, the Caesar vinyl that's excellent. And then this fella here, has excellent tutorials, videos that go with it. And then they have booklets that also go with it. So, let's see. We do a lot of racing stuff, include race car applications. Wow. So the bigger size, yes. Yeah, that would be fabulous. Oh, you're wider and longer, huh? Yes, because the one I have is 12 inches wide, but it can do up to 10 feet long. But you want it to be wider as well. I gotcha. Okay. You're welcome, child. Thank you for always coming. I appreciate it. What was the price on what? The one I got? The one I have now is $199 because I didn't get the extras to go with it. Oh, not $199, $299. $299. And then the other, I don't know the prices on the bigger ones, the wider ones. The main differences, well, were some of the things I went over. The built-in roll feeder. You can buy a roll feeder separately for the Cameo 3. The panel that you use to start it, this thing right here, is different. The 4 is stronger and faster. They all have Bluetooth. They're both all compatible like that. Oh, the software does a lot more than Cricut Design Space. A way lot more. And like that, like simply, just the snap of a finger, and you can do so much more. I mean, one of my favorites is the offset. We love how fast you can just put on an offset and make beautiful cake toppers like this one. You know, those offsets were put on there, the black offset and the white offset, in a minute, in a second. And like the thing I did for Auntie Tay, if y'all saw that. This was a print and cut, and it's hard to see a little bit because of my green screen. It was a print and cut. This green's an offset, the black's an offset. And this was a special silhouette double-sided adhesive that I used for that. I mean, that turned out, and it was so easy. If you tried to do something like this in Cricut Design Space, A, I don't know if you could, and B, if you could, it would take you a long time. The other thing is, my niece has the maker, as I said, and she was trying to make these for her children. They're making organic salve. So she tried to design a label like this. She said she was tearing out her hair trying to get it done because it was so difficult. I made this within seconds. Honestly, less than a minute in Silhouette software. And I think the thing that kills people is since it says Silhouette software, they feel like they're being unfaithful to Cricut, but you're not. You're just using another software, like as if you were using Inkscape or Paint Shop Pro or Remove Background or any of those things. So, oh, okay. Wow. Yeah, I don't know how much the 20-inch one is. It's just a lot more steps on Design Space, but don't you think that some of the stuff you just can't even do as professionally looking? Like to try to get that text rounded perfectly like that. Well, they did finally give us the rounding tool, but I still don't think it's quite as good as that. I just think this is fabulous. So I'm just sold on it because I really love it. I love doing software. And to me, this has been pretty easy to learn. There's a learning curve. My niece did ask me, she says, Aunt Patty, should I get the business edition? Well, she's a teacher, high school teacher. She has 2 little children. I was like, Krista, no, don't bother getting it right now because she won't have time to work with it. And it'll just sit there on her computer. You have to work at it. You have to put in a little effort. But if you put in a little effort, you're going to be shocked at what you can make. Anyway. Okay, well, thank you. Eliza, I guess is how you pronounce it. Catvar, hey, what size is print and cut? I'd have to double check that for you. It's a little bit larger than Cricut, but here's the thing, and it could be a lot larger than Cricut if you have a printer that prints larger than 8.5 by 11. You see, my printer will only cut that size paper. If you have a printer that will cut larger paper or print larger paper, you can print larger things. Here, I'll see if I can show you real quick. I don't know how good I'll be at this, but so I'll go to Silhouette. Okay, let's pretend we want to do this as a print and cut. And I have to come over here to the page setup, and I have to put on my little lines over here, my registration marks. So there they are right there. So let's see, I could actually make this thing be okay. So I could stretch it out some more. I got to keep them all grouped together to do this. Okay, let's see, if I have this on there, I'm going to go back to this, Auto Cameo, just making sure I'm doing this properly. So now if I grab all of this, it looks to me that this is going to be a print and cut if, again, I have a printer that will print this big, but I can print and cut. If you look over here at the sizes, or if I group this, we can look up at the top, I think. Yeah, so I'm going to be able to print this thing that's 10.5 inches wide by 10 inches high. And I just have to make sure it doesn't touch into these little checkered things here or doesn't go outside the lines. But since this is angled down here on the left, it's okay. So you can print and cut larger with a Cameo 3 or Cameo 4. The trick is, will your machine print larger than that? Creative living, we all started like that. That's how I started. The reason why I do videos sometimes for Auntie Tay was she was the one that helped me get started with my Cricut. I have a Cricut Explorer Air, and that's what I learned on first, and I still do use that, but not as often now as I've been using my Cameo, just because it's easy to go from this to this without having to go from this to something else and then to Cricut. Yep, watch videos. Yep. You're welcome. And really join us on in our Facebook groups and ask questions there. And I really like it. Like when my niece asked me to help her with that label, I was so excited because I like to have real life reasons to be able to do something. So if you need help learning how to do something, hey, write it into us. A lot of us would love to be able to take on that challenge and try to see if we can help you learn how to do it. Oh, thanks, Chow. Oh, Auntie Tay was yours too. Yeah, she had that one. So you have a cricket, now what? Or something like that, right? That was my first one. My daughter and I were watching it together. Wow, you've come a long way, Chow. If you guys don't know Chow, she likes to do really intricate, what do they call it? Mandalas. Oh, oh thanks, Deb. Yay. I appreciate hearing that. Okay, well, I guess we should go before I overstay my welcome. So thank you all for joining me here, and stay tuned so I can show you some other stuff that I learned about this. And also I will keep track of when the larger ones are. I'll try to find out from you when the larger ones are coming out. So see you guys again soon. Thanks again. Bye.